Okay, we should have everything here that we need to put in this gate. We've got our posts, and for each side we've got our angle braces, the level brace, and the angle terrain brace. Post pounder, we've got our screw gun for bolts, we've got nuts and bolts, we've got the hinges, our toppy cup, measuring tape so we can get that gate the right height up off the ground. So we're ready to get started. Okay, we want that gate right in here. This is a rocky place. We'll see how close we can get it there. But that consequently, it's level on the right, it's downhill on the left. So we're going to go ahead and set this first post and see how it goes. Now, when you're setting these gate posts, this long leg of the T-post has to be aimed at your opening so that you can put your hinge on there. Get that, and top one will go down, see the hinge better. Put that hinge on there, it's got to have, it's made for that long leg to go in that V. All right, we need that gate spacing for that second post. And our gate is 45 inches wide. It's 44. Okay, so we want our hinge distance as well. Okay, so our hinge distance is going to be 3. So 44, we're up to 47. And we want about 3 inches on this side. So 47 and 3 is 50. So we're going to lay this out at 50 inches in between posts. Go ahead and make your mark over here. All right, so we are ready. Grab your T-post, your pounder. Lay out our brace ends to that gate. So we've got one. It's going to go right on the bolt at the hinge point. It wants to be right close to the center of that post. So we got it located. Okay, always, you start, you use that horizontal for the layout, but your angle brace is always the first one to go on. So you want it at the bottom. We'll grab a nut and bolt. There we go. Put that on up there yet. Okay, we're just going to run that through. We're going to tighten it up later. This finger tight, that way it'll stay in between these buttons while we go this end. And we're going to want this to be someplace like right about there.
Okay. So
and we can adjust that later because we're not going to tighten it up. And the gate hinges will adjust to take up the last slat. All right, we're going to check the basics on our opening here. We want that tape measure. We want these to be more or less parallel. And at the bottom, we're right at 49, inside to inside. And at the top, we're right at 49, inside to inside, so we are pretty close. All right, let's go ahead and set our horizontal braces now. Okay, we're going to put our horizontal brace on. We're going to put it right about where that other one is. This white paint's longer on this one. Pull this out, stab this on. That should give us a pretty level look. All right, this bottom hinge pin is, we want the very bottom of it. So from the bottom of the post up is 7 inches. We want this gate 4 inches off the ground. So we're gonna want this to be 11 inches off the ground. And that's where we're gonna set our first hinge. All right, we measured to the bottom of the hinge pin. So we want that 11 inches to be to this flat base on this hinge. So we want 11 inches up to the base of that. That's right in there. So let's go ahead and stick our bolts through, and we are ready to mount the top one. All right, so we want this upper hinge is adjustable. It slides up and down. So we're gonna loosen this nut so that we can put this upper hinge right where we need it, because it needs to drop. It needs down. So because the top hinge normally is going to point down, your bottom hinge is going to point up, top one's going to point down, and that will lock your gate in so an animal can't come by and just lift it off. Okay, so we want this gate hinge to be more or less in the middle of that space. So the top of that is like 26 inches. So from the top of here to the top of this, we want to be right, or at the bottom of this, we want to be right at 26 inches. So this is going to go in right there. Okay. And we're going to make sure it's right below that brace. And we'll just tighten those up where they don't move easily. We're going to hang this gate first, and then we're going to work on. Okay, so now this just slides up to where it goes on there. Here's my wrench. Go ahead and tighten up the nut on that holds that gate hinge sleeve in place. That way your gate can't come up, can't come off, and you're good. All right, be sure you lock down that top hinge while you're tightening all the rest of the bolts up, or else it will slide down and fall off. Okay, so what we're looking for is this space to be more or less uniform all the way up and down, and this space to be more or less uniform. And being we didn't tighten these yet, we can place these where we need them to hold that gate where it needs to be closer. So now, there you go. Go ahead, Jeff, just come tighten down those nuts. This is permanent, so lock them down. Okay, do the bottoms. Go ahead. Okay, if we need that's what these hinges are made for, adjustable right here. So you don't have to take that gate off to get it just perfect like you want it. And I'm thinking that we want to pull that top this way just a little bit. So we can do that one of two different ways. We can either loosen this up a little. Okay, Jeff, lift up on the gate a little. That pushes that in. You can run this in, take up that slack we just got. Use this little black wrench. That one will come with every order of hinges. You just tighten that up fairly tight. And then you take your big wrench out here. And you lock that baby down solid. Make sure this one's locked down solid as well. Okay. Now, that's all there is to adjusting the gate. You can either push this out to tip that back, or you can pull that in to twist it back. Those fully adjustable right there. And the lovely part is you don't have to take off the gate to get it just perfect. Okay, we like our swings, so lock them all down. Tighten them up tight. You want those tight on that post, so you got to screw them all the way in when it's going to that long leg. We have a gate ready to stretch wire.